I believe we're live.
All right, we are live. Hi, everybody. It's Stephen Totillo, editor-in-chief of Kotaku, joined by Chris Person,
Hey.
senior video producer of
true.
Kotaku. And we're looking at The Room Old Sins, which is a puzzle game that just came out on iOS on Thursday and is from Fireproof Games. It's $5. It's basically the fourth of these wonderful puzzle games, iOS games mostly, I think they've been.
Yeah.
Where you're solving puzzles, kind of just like lockbox things and whatever. So I guess I'd still say I'm fairly early in the game, but I've played a little bit of it, but I've not played beyond this point. So that today, as we do the stream, you guys are going to be seeing me solve the puzzles and maybe even contributing ideas and suggestions, to going in cold, right? So I don't know how to get through any of this. The previous Room games were broken up by chapters, and you would solve things in one area and then move on to the next chapter and keep doing things. This is a little different. So we've got this dollhouse and various parts of the dollhouse that I can zoom into by double tapping, and they all might be associated with puzzles of some sort.
Yeah.
And what can we do with them? So like here, there's clearly something going on. Here, shouldn't this be more decorative? So clearly we'd be on the lookout for something to place there. And when you start, these areas, like you see these like open rooms here.
Yeah.
They are all closed off, and so you're actually going into each of these dollhouse rooms, and this room is finished, and solving the puzzles in there. So we're going to go into this one right here, and we put on our special vision glass thing, and we're going to go into it.
Cool. It's like a hub world?
Yeah, so they just sort of changed the structure so that you're going into a bunch of different rooms, and there's a bunch of different puzzles. So I did a lot of puzzle solving on this globe already that initially didn't have all of the countries filled in, and eventually like doors and hatches opened up. I did some puzzle solving over here, and I got I think I got like a vase or something. But my inventory's empty. I haven't played the game in a few days, so I got to get myself like warmed back up to what I need to be doing. This thing I was still working on. I think I need to find a heart somewhere.
Yeah.
To put in there.
Don't we all?
The chest cavity. Yeah. So I may not have much that I can do there. There's a hint system, so if we get too stuck, we can also go and check that out, but I've tried to avoid the hints as much as possible.
And just in general, help us solve this game. We're playing here live with you, and we want you to, if you see something, say something.
Whoa, okay. That's what they say on the subway to avoid terrorism.
But in a puzzle way that isn't kind of a weirdly fascist message.
Okay. This merry-go-round, we need to have something on the merry-go-round to do something there. So don't know what. So I got to figure out where. So I did the Curiosity Room has puzzles that still need to be solved in it. Let's go into this room and see what else is going on. No, that one we finished as well. What about this one? Oh, whoops, my mistake.
It reminds me of obviously PlayStation 2 Shadows of Memory style adventure games, but also The Seventh Guest. There was that whole category of adventure games that was just almost no plot and just puzzles.
I turned this stove on last time I was playing, and I got the thing out of there. Yeah, the one thing I failed to do, I guess, in prep for the stream was remember what my next puzzle solving task was going to be. I remember I did a bunch of stuff with this weather vane.
Yeah.
And I think that opened up a room, but I don't see a room open that I haven't already tackled. So I'm just going to just go to the hint right here to see if it can remind me. A new room opened up above the kitchen at the rear of the dollhouse. Where in the eyepiece should get me inside. Okay, so let's go back to that. All right. Whoops. All right.
Yeah.
So by above the kitchen in the rear, they mean...
Oh, I think they're to the left, maybe? Yeah, because the kitchen's in the bottom, right?
Oh, because I did a room. There's another room that's right around the corner that I actually finished last time I was playing. That's it. Okay, so this room, we're going in. I think maybe I've done 0 puzzles in this room. So this should be full of interesting stuff to mess around with. The Maritime Room. Yeah, okay, I did nothing.
Cool.
So remember that thing that needed a heart?
Yeah.
He had like a earpiece next to him, that dummy, and I have a feeling it connects to this thing here. So there's something that I could probably do with the radio. These books are in everything, every room, and it's just story stuff. And you're finding out this story. This dollhouse represents a mansion where this woman married this guy who's like a scientist, Dr. Frankenstein kind of person, and he started getting real creepy. And so this kind of chronicles what happened with them. But let's look at this thing. Let's see if we can do anything here.
Nice.
So we can turn the radio on. Nope. I bet it doesn't have any power. We can turn the radio. Nothing really going on there yet. So let's see if we can get some power. Oh, looks like it's missing. You think this is we need a light bulb? Yep, we need a tube.
Okay.
So nothing going on there. What about over here? Oh, this is interesting. What's like a dumbwaiter? Oh, there was like a pot in the
Yeah.
room below. This thing.
Okay.
So now we have this up here, but we can't. Oh, okay, interesting. So, to explain this, when this was in the room below, it didn't have the glass in front of it, and this is kind of the magic glass. And when you look through it with this lens,
Oh, cool.
it allows you to interact with things in a different way or see things you otherwise wouldn't see. So now we can see these. Oh, it's like X-ray vision, and these are screwed in from the inside. So we're activating the inside of the. We're reaching into the inside of this thing.
Did you watch any of the new Twin Peaks at all? This is going somewhere.
I never watched the old or the new Twin Peaks. I
Oh.
think I have to probably now go back downstairs. So
Oh, okay.
well, this is going that way. Whoops.
There's a bunch of segments in the other world that look like 90s adventure games in the same way, like a lot of brass fittings, sort of weirdly badly rendered 3D art. Although this is good for an iPad,
Yeah.
but for a TV show to look like that is kind of an artistic choice. And I don't know. There's something aesthetically about 90s adventure games where everything looks like, you know, it's made out of tile and wood, like English mansions.
Let's open it up and see what we have inside. Oh, the heart. Okay, nice.
Well, there's one.
So we got the heart. Go into the inventory. Sometimes when you get stuff into your inventory menu, you find that you can manipulate it within there. Like you'll get a box that itself needs to be opened up in some way.
Yeah.
But you don't need to do that there. So people who've played previous room games, you're probably seeing a lot that feel similar to you. So the main thing that's different is that they're kind of treating each of the rooms as a completable, I guess, chapter. But since there's multiple rooms that are in play at the same time, then you can kind of think of it as you're playing a bunch of different chapters concurrently.
Yeah.
And I've closed out some of these rooms. They're dark and I can't access them anymore. And that tells me that I've solved all the puzzles in those rooms.
Yeah.
And so I have like a few rooms still available to me. So let's go here.
That's something that you wouldn't have done in like a 90s adventure game. They would just let you figure that out. Like close off areas that you have sort of
Yeah.
spent.
So, how to connect the heart? So often there's like patterns kicking around and stuff.
Oh, what about on the bottom?
Well, this was part of another puzzle. This stuff right here. This. Oh, can I not? Yeah, they deactivate. This is actually kind of helpful. Is they no longer let you zoom into parts that already were fully solved. So
Yeah, that's
like
cool.
this thing on the sort of the open part of the chess piece here that flaps down. The three things there were part of a different part of this puzzle that I was solving. But
Show us some hearts if you like the heart puzzle.
there you go.
Okay,
You
see
see
how-
any arrow hints up here?
I see a lot of weird phrenology.
Yeah. The joy part of the brain. The appetite was on the side. I didn't know that that's where your appetite was.
Is there some kind of weird old-timey semi-racist diagram around here?
There might be. I mean, the game is not like... I don't think it's buying into any of this pseudoscience. Oh, here we go. Let's look at this. So...
Chelsea says, I have a game on my tablet called The Room. There are different rooms with the different puzzles, and you solve them to open doors, and it's very intricate. I wonder if they're related in some way. They are.
They are indeed. This is the fourth of that series. So let's memorize the arrow
I can take
place.
I can take a photo.
Let's just remember it with our brain power.
Oh,
So
I don't wanna
3
do that.
and 9 o'clock are pointing to the left. The ones above and below 9 o'clock are pointing in, and the other ones are pointing out. Okay, so let's see if we can remember that. So I said 3 and 9 o'clock are pointing left. The ones above and below it are pointing in, and the other ones are pointing out.
Ooh.
Oh, that's weird.
Creepy.
Whoa! Wait, maybe he's going to talk into the radio? And it's going to go the other way? Yeah, I used to play these games with my, at the time, 8-year-old nephew, and he would get a bit creeped out by this stuff.
I mean, this is some, like, creepy escape room, like, you know, old-timey
Yeah.
crap. It's creepy.
Yeah. What are we thinking? What are we thinking here?
I don't know.
Turn the knobs. Well.
Is it like a lock, or do you have to, like, connect them?
Something's happened. Well, if you can hear that.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Oh, this is the fun of of these games is you have no idea, and now you have more rooms in play that you could be going into at any moment. So it could be that you can't solve this until you go somewhere else. Let's just check those drawings on the wall again and see if there's anything else. So there are people there in the comments who've played this game or played other room games. I'm curious what people think of this.
They liked
this
it.
game in general. The people have played this one, or is anybody like,
the old
I
one.
solved this all already?
No. I think we're going at a pretty fast clip. But if anybody else in the comments has any insight into puzzles, let us know.
Let's go back to the Maritime Room and see what's going on.
I like the Maritime Room
because you know what? Now that I think of it, I bet that the message thing coming out of his throat won't happen. That's like that sort of stands in for speech, right?
Yeah.
And so he probably has to hear something from the radio before he. That's my theory.
Do you know where the radio was? The radio in the Maritime Room?
Yeah. So what do you say that was? This room, right?
Yeah, I think top. Yeah.
Maritime Room? Yes, with the dumbwaiter. Okay. All right. So yeah, these games have been coming out like once a year, once every other year, for a bit.
Do you know what day in the series? Which one it is? Someone said, "Is this the third in the series?"
Fourth.
It's the fourth.
Okay. Oh, there was a great puzzle involving a train. This one looks really fun too.
And there's that.
So there's stuff going on up here in the schematic, right?
Yeah.
So ascending and descending. Okay. All right. So if they both point down, it's ascending, and if they both point up, it's ascending. But it's missing a thing. So
yeah, you need a panel.
And there's stuff on that side too.
Yeah.
All right. So does this turn? Nothing. I bet nothing's going to happen here until we get the other panel there, which we don't have, right? Because we got nothing in the inventory. Okay. So
go to that radio, maybe.
We were doing the radio before, but let's check out this box here.
Oh, okay. Mystery box.
Anything turn? Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay. How do I turn? I turn this by moving that thing. How would I turn that? What's over here?
It's like an ultra widescreen painting in the background.
Can I do anything? Oh, that's so the thing inside is like one of the. There's these like, almost like vases or whatever that are, I guess, key items to get. Anything going on here? Oh, okay. So this is turning something on the other side of it. Right? Did anything turn? No, nothing moved. What is this turning? Something's turned.
Someone asked, will this run well on an iPad 4, parentheses, 2013?
No idea, I'm sorry to say. So that's not turning that thing. What do we think? Do we think it's turning this thing? Oh, okay. So these three things are all upright right now.
Yeah.
And over here, I can't tell if anything is changing. Something is moving, right? I don't know what it is. So if we turn it a little bit more, let's see what happens. Nope, nothing there. It's the pressure of trying to solve puzzles live on Facebook.
Yeah. There's a book in there, or is that in the other side?
That's the vase thing that you can get. But this, anytime you can actually... Oh, wait.
Yeah?
How did I...
Oh, wait, you can...
Yeah.
That's a cool mechanic.
Am I just not seeing it because the screen's kind of dark? How was I able to move...
Do you try moving the top dial?
No, how was I able to move this bracket out?
I think you maybe need to get the second... I think maybe one of them does, and the second one you have to...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. So now we open the door. Okay, nice. And then what can we do?
Oh, there's something... Oh, yeah, spin it until you can... until there's a gap in the cog.
There's a gap in the lower cog? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, it's a propeller. You think that's for the submarine?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's for the submarine.
Small propeller. All right. Score.
Hell yeah.
All right. So back to the sub. I think the propeller goes back here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's spinning. But we're still missing that flap. Oh, wait, let's go inside the sub. Okay. So this is part of the...
Wow, okay. I didn't think you could fit into such a tiny submarine.
That's how you get inside subs, man. Come on.
Yeah, normal ones.
That's how the military does it. Oh, I just lowered something.
It's a claw game. gonna have you get
Did
a
I get
plush
the stuffed
toy.
animal?
Yeah.
I'll win the big stuffed animal for you, Chris.
Aw. You always bring me the nicest submarines.
Seems to be jammed. Oh, man. Okay. What about over here? All right. Something's happening. Oh, we needed that.
There we go. It was inside.
All right. So my theory is that there's something in this sub that we need to tilt the sub so that it slides to that spot. So although we can't see behind us, so I could be mistaken on that. And what do we think? What's this all about over here?
So my operating theory is the claw will go either way. Maybe what you have to do, and this is just me thinking.
Oh. You say it, and then you say it, then I'll tell you my theory.
That you tilt the submarine forward so that it grabs the handle.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's try that one out.
Okay, that's got to be it. Okay, so we're moving this thing here, and then we're going. Oh, we want to go down, right?
Yeah. So.
Okay, that way, and then
Get
we
back
go back
inside.
In. All right.
Why are there rubies? No idea.
Okay.
Yeah, try it again.
How are we feeling about this tilt? I guess there's some tilt. A little hard to tell, but okay. Grapple down. That's good stuff, Chris Person. Rip that hatch open.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Going into this room. There's a crate. Time to crate. It was pretty long for this game.
This is a very long time to crate.
Yeah.
This is how far games have come since Eric Wolpall's time to crate system. What's the little thing on the left? Spark
There's another
plug?
one of these books, so I'm just going to open this for... So these are magic books where all the pages that you unlock in any one book appear in the other books so that you can then eventually, I guess, just flip through it and read the whole storyline. Since the game can be played somewhat out of order, I think you're getting the story a little bit out of order, but we're not going to...
The Neverhood works like that. There's a mechanic in there.
Look what we got here. So this is going to be for the radio.
There we go. Vacuum tube.
Okay.
Spark plug. What was I thinking?
So there's something going on with that. Although that and the wheel and all that may be...
Okay. Looks like we need longitude and latitude locations.
Then we got a sail somewhere. Okay. Zooming out.
Was that on the... What do you call it? Maybe on the globe?
The globe was not zoom inable enough, so I think we're done on the globe. I think we're going to go to the... I bet they're going to talk about it on the radio. In fact, here's the thing. I think the radio is going to have a message that's going to then be communicated or transmitted to the person in that other room, and it's going to type it out, and then that's going to be the map coordinates. That's my prediction.
Cool.
So this is now... Okay, so tuning.
Yeah, I think if you go back...
You think that one little guttural thing was it?
Yeah. Yeah. Set it to there. It's going to slow it down or speed it up.
So now go to the person?
Yeah, I think if you go to the person, it will play it back at a faster speed, and then that will give you...
Oh, with those other dials that we have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's going...
Okay, so this run. All right. Happy to answer any questions people have about this for those tuning in after we started, although I think the text explains this. This is The Room Old Sins. We're playing it on iPad. It costs $5. It came out on Thursday, and it is the fourth game in the Room series made by Fireproof Games, and these are single-player puzzle games, although really it's very much multiplayer in that, like Chris and I are doing right now, one person can be driving it, but he or all of you out there can be in some way, providing suggestions. So we've got...
Oh, there we go. It's speeding up and slowing down. Wait, middle?
Master tells me we are 85 degrees west, but still, the coast eludes us.
Yeah. 55 west.
I think maybe there are two coordinates. Maybe you need a different radio signal. Or
West 85, though. That's good.
Or wait, try spinning the dial on the bottom over.
Which?
So there's that one that was like a panner, basically. The bottom arrow.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, you had it. It's on the right side. Yep. There we go.
So So we're doing West 85 and North 5. Okay.
North 5, West
we can
85.
remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
North 5, West 85.
Yeah. We're doing it. A couple of people said, oh, hi, Mark, and is Tommy Wiseau in this game? Because it's the room. I get that joke.
I didn't, but thank you for being here to get it.
Kaylee says, never heard of these games before. Might pick one up on Steam. Seems pretty fun.
Yeah, I think some of them have made it over to other platforms.
Yeah, people.
This is only iOS, this particular one, and they've dropped the price on them over the years. So you can probably get the first one or two for cheap.
Yeah.
If anybody's seen Game of Thrones out there, you know how they do that opening where they the different sort of buildings that go through the map and everything are happening. Well, the beginning, one of the first major puzzles of the Room 3 is all based on a map that looks very much like that. So if you ever really want to kind of tinker with that map that's in the opening of Game of Thrones, you'll get that feeling if you play Room 3. So I recommend that.
North 5th.
To West 85 down here.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 70, so West 85 is there.
No, on the bottom it's... Well, get to North 5th first.
Oh, I see what you're saying. 90, so 85 is there.
Yeah.
Okay. And North 5th is here?
I believe it's in between, so it's a little up. There. Wait. That's 2.5.
No, if it's... Oh, because this is only by 10s.
Yeah, it's by 10s.
All right. So where are we going now? Spooky.
It's very spooky.
Whoa!
Cool.
Magic lens here.
We're gonna go fight Emerald Weapon.
Actually, wait, what happened? That thing went away?
Do you have to stop and go and steer?
What? I wonder if the fact that we're on that tilt is a problem right now.
Does this require tilt controls?
No.
Oh,
the fact that we
yeah,
tilted
yeah.
the sub.
I think maybe they were trapped, so I think you have to switch it upward. They have to escape.
Oh, you think this is all about rescuing these people? That there's something down here?
I think that the ship's log that the radio was playing was like a...
Okay.
The captain has said we are trapped here.
And do you think
stuff.
what I'm seeing here is just what's in the room beyond the submarine? That's what this thing is? This like tripod-looking thing? And that through this is the sort of simulated I'm in underwater deal?
Yeah, I think the what you're seeing in here is closer to like whatever their existential situation was.
Right. Although I don't see that... Oh, no. Is that... Oh, there's the tripod thing. So that's what I was looking at. I didn't even realize it was there. Okay, so we want to make this thing ascend now. Oh, it's it's level. I hadn't noticed that before.
Oh, well then maybe it's not even an issue.
No, I like... Yeah, we can't zoom in on that.
Okay.
So we'll go
in
back
which case it's a non-issue.
Okay.
We got a second oh hi Mark. Thank you.
Explain that one. I'm like,
Oh hi Mark. It's a quote from the movie The Room. Made
okay.
popular by James Franco. Kidding.
So nothing's happening.
Yeah, I'd go back into your spider vision, spider sense.
All right.
Okay. So there's like...
So just surface?
I think...
Oh, wait. What's
okay.
this?
So there's a...
Chain of some sort.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm making a pattern. I bet I'm filling out a pattern. I bet it's like
it's one of
a
those
perspective
situations.
deal. Yeah, so we'll go back down. Right? Isn't that the
Yeah.
thing?
There we go. It was
It's
far
like
less
making
complicated than we thought it
the
was.
constellations in Assassin's Creed Origins right there. That's a shipwreck. It looked like we were going to be able to go inside that ship.
Liam was asking the chat to give a rundown about the game, and somebody said Lovecraftian horror 3D puzzle games, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There
pretty
you
good.
go.
That's good, yeah.
Thank you, person who said that.
That's Angel. Thanks, Angel.
Good going. Oh, man. So now what's in the sub? So, yeah, there's puzzles nested within puzzles within puzzles. And none of it is backbreakingly difficult. There is that hint system that we used right at the beginning of all of this to figure out what was going on. But I think mostly if you just keep, like any point and click, if you just keep tapping, you can solve it. I don't...
Claw again?
Oh. Claw, yeah. What will we bring up from the depths?
knows?
Bring it up. So I don't want to show, give the whole game away. We obviously can't stream forever, but I wanted to give people a sense of what you can do in the Room Old Sins. And I feel like we actually we went from being completely mystified as to what to do, and then we solved a series of puzzles. I'm feeling pretty
a lot
good
of
about
them
this.
actually.
Yeah. So and there's a pendant map design, and I already know that. I think this might be a good way to end it. Is that if I go all the way out. Watch, I'm going to get stumped, and I'm going to completely mess this up. But I'm trying to do my grand finale here. So in my sense, I think we finished the sub.
Yeah.
And then I remember that the dollhouse proper had an issue with missing part of a map and a globe right here.
Okay.
So I'm going to bring this thing
Nice.
to it.
Looks like they fit right in.
Take another look at the pendant. So maybe I have to manipulate it in some way, yes. Get the pearl. Put the pearl in the globe. No?
Maybe you have to spin the. Maybe you have to spin the actual pendant itself. Do those arrows do anything? Or does the little ball at the top
folks,
do it?
This is what happens when you don't know what you're doing. Oh wait. There we go, folks. No, this is what happens when you do know what you're doing. When you are, like me and Chris, masters of the puzzle game genre.
Puzzle masters.
Yes. Man, what did we do? And this is sort of like at the meta level or the zoomed out level, or however you want to think of it, where we are now manipulating the overall dollhouse. I don't even know if the game is all dollhouse or if it goes beyond that, but there's definitely a ton of stuff even just with the dollhouse. And if you want to know what happens next, I guess you will have to get the game for yourself and check it out. But that was The Room Old Sins. That was Stephen Totillo and Chris Person of Kotaku streaming for you. You can get this game on iOS for $4.99 if it's your speed.
Yeah, and it's a good use of that kind of money. That's not that much for a cool puzzle game. All right, take it easy, guys.
Bye.